Some more EV news from Australia and China. The Kia Nero EV pricing for Australia has been released. It will start at $65,300 for the entry-level S trim, and for the top-of-the-range Sport or GT line, it will be $72,100 before on-roads. If you compare that to the standard range Model Y, it starts at $72,300. They could have done it a bit cheaper, I think. It's about a $20,000 to $22,000 premium on the petrol version. Both of these Kia models will come with a 64.8 kilowatt hour battery, same as the previous models. But apparently we'll get a 5 kilometers worth of extra range. So it goes up to 460 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. So real world 375 kilometers. Still not too bad. However, the downside is that it's only got 100 kilowatts charging speed on DC. But it still maintains an okay 11 kilowatts on AC. And its 0 to 100 kilometers an hour time, or 62 miles an hour, is 7.8 seconds. Yeah, that's all right. Hyundai has announced the Ioniq 6 EV, which actually, in my opinion, looks pretty nice. It's going to be built on the Hyundai's eGMP platform, like the Ioniq 5. It's reported it will have a 77.5 kilowatt hour battery with a 515 kilometer range, although real world expects less than that, probably 425-ish kilometers. Reasonable. Tesla has just released its sales figures for the last quarter, and they were around the expected levels. Shanghai having been shut down due to COVID for quite some time, they still managed to produce a very respectable 258,580 in production, with sales figures of 254,695. Interestingly, in their statement, they say that June 2022 was their highest vehicle production month in Tesla's history. So that should bode quite well for the rest of the year, especially as Berlin and Austin factories are still ramping up. They've set the date for the release of their Q2 financial results for July the 20th. And whilst on Tesla, their latest wall charger, the Gen 3, which has got the white front and is Wi-Fi capable, although that's only 2.4 gigahertz band, may soon be able to connect with the Tesla app. So you'll be able to fine-tune your wall charger from the app. And from China, NIO delivered a record almost 13,000 vehicles in June and just over 25,000 for the second quarter 2022, according to the Chinese Passenger Car Association. Xpeng delivered just over 15,000 vehicles for June, which is up 51% from May, and they delivered over 34,000 for the second quarter. It's essentially unchanged from the first quarter, but it's still double almost compared to last year. And as of today, I couldn't find the BYD delivery figures, but they've got a new plant in Hefei, however you pronounce it. And on June the 30th, just a couple of days ago, it saw its first vehicles roll off the line. And this is BYD's 6th production plant in China. Interestingly, they only began construction in August 2021. So under a year and it's production capable. Disclaimer, I am not a financial consultant, so do your own research, take professional advice, etc. But BYD shares have increased in value very nicely, and it's nice to finally see the shares that I've got in BYD increase in value, and they reached around $80 each, which is quite an improvement on what they were when I bought them. Recently, I reported on CATL having a battery capable of charging to 80% in 10 minutes, the CATL battery. Well, they've just announced yesterday an even more powerful battery capable of charging to 80% in 5 minutes. This announcement was made in an online exchange with investors. They did not announce any details on this technology. Now, I thought that the 10 minutes was pretty reasonable, pretty quick, but this is half the time. So if they can mass produce this at a good price, it's going to revolutionize the EV experience and bring refueling time of an EV down to similar times with an ICE vehicle. Even the CATL battery, which can achieve an energy density of 225 watt hours per kilogram, and that would start to allow for very long range, up to 1,000 kilometer range cars. And CATL has said that it should be able to start mass production of that by 2023. Fingers crossed. Geely has an EV brand called Geometry, and they've just launched the Geometry E, which comes in 3 trim levels. Wait for it: Cute Tiger, Linglong Tiger, and Thunder Tiger. Yeah, with pricing starting at 86,800 yuan, which is about 13,000 American, 19,000 Australian. It's going to have an LFP battery, and it'll come in 2 sizes of 33.5 and 39.4 kilowatt hours, and it'll have a supposed range of 320 to 400 kilometers. Yeah, less than that in real world. I doubt we're going to see it in Australia or anywhere outside of China for that matter for a while. And finally, Hyundai are supposed to be releasing some more Ioniq 5s to the Australian market in July. I really believe that Hyundai should bring in a lot more vehicles than the supposed 500 that they've had every now and again. If you look at Tesla's order books for the Model Y, they've got their order books open, you order it, but you're not expecting delivery for the Model Ys now until February to May 2023. So why can't Hyundai have its order books open and have a similar sort of delivery time, even if it's longer? It's going to give them a really good idea as to the demand for their vehicles in Australia. So thanks for watching. Please click the like and subscribe buttons, and feel free to make comments below. All this helps the channel to grow, and that will help me. So thanks very much.